Um, so that's actually kind of what started this process. And make a long story short, I ended up losing my job, losing my job not too long after that. More so because it was an insurance, an ambulance insurance license. Um, what had happened is I had two accidents in the same year. And what happens in an ambulance company, they can't insure you to drive an ambulance if you have more than two accidents. Very common in the commercial, when you're driving a commercial vehicle. And they had given me an ultimatum. They said, hey, we can't let you be in the ambulance, so we're going to give you a 9 to 5 job until your probation of kind of goes away and we can get you back on the ambulance. And by that time, I had actually been making extra money, doing all my side gigs, getting involved in network marketing, was making really good money now at network marketing. And I ended up losing that job. I told them I didn't want to work a 9 to 5 job, so I'd rather just basically get fired. They gave me the option, quit or get fired. I figured, hey, get fired, and I'll get unemployment for a few more months, and then I'll just kind of stick to my entrepreneurial dreams by this time. So here I am. I'm this guy with no job, self-employed entrepreneur. Believe it or not, Rob, and it's ironic. I actually started doing taxes for a living as part of my side hustles.
Side hustle. Yeah.
I was doing taxes for people, and this was a guy that wasn't even doing his own taxes during this time frame. So, so here I am. And people say, "Well, didn't the IRS ever come after you during this time frame?" Believe it or not, they did not. They never came after me, and I think it was more back in the 80s, 90s, even to early 2000s. We weren't as interconnected with via electronics, right? ATMs, everything's kind of digital. Everything was, they would have to mail you your statements and all this stuff. And it wasn't until the state of California a few years later, now, a few years later, the state of California, I'm now in my early 30s, they sent me a letter saying, hey, we noticed you haven't filed last year's taxes. And then I knew I'd gotten caught because once I got that letter, I had to respond.
Yep. Yep.
I get this letter, and fortunately for me, I was able to deal with the state of California. They were not as aggressive as they are today. Got that resolved, but still hadn't gotten that IRS thing resolved. But I knew something was going to happen because IRS and the state, they both talk to each other